Okay, it's recording.
All right.
How's your day been?
Okay. Well, it's nuisance phone call.
It's okay.
A publisher's clearinghouse called me. Now, can you believe they're calling me? No, it's a scam. And they just keep calling me. I keep hanging up on them.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom sometimes get those scam calls.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. So first I'd like to say thank you for your service during the war.
Mm-hmm.
So so my first question is what was your life before the war started?
Well, I'm just really in love with a beautiful girl that I married for 79 years. How about that? So I married her before I left, and we had a great marriage until she got Alzheimer's late in my marriage, and I took care of her until she passed. But that's another story.
Okay. So after America entered World War II, did you volunteer or were you drafted?
I was drafted because I didn't want anybody else to get her, my lady, you know. I mean, I'm an American and I believed in fighting for my country, yeah, but I also didn't want to go because I just got married. You understand that?
What was the training like for you?
With that?
What was the training like for you?
Oh, it was a feeling both ways. I wanted to go and I wanted to stay home too because I knew it was dangerous to go, and but I still was, an American. I wanted to fight for my country too. So I left here. I left Hagerstown with 50 other men my age and went to Fort Meade to be inducted on a train.
Okay, after you completed your training, where were you deployed?
I'm sorry?
After you completed your training, where did you go after that?
Well, we went to Fort Campbell, Kentucky after we completed. Just a minute, Shelby.
Okay.
What's that?
I just blew a whistle into them.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Well, good for you.
They keep calling.
Well, you had to.
I'm about ready to report them.
Yeah, I think I would.
They call one more time.
They just kept calling on the phone. There they are again. And you know it's a scam.
Yep.
Or they would just tell them I'm on the Zoom on it. Just tell them I'm on the Zoom. Yeah, she's gonna tell them.
Is there a battle during World War II that you remember?
I'm sorry, honey.
Is there a battle from World War II that you remember?
Yes, well, of course, the Battle of the Bulge was probably the most difficult one. It didn't last long, but it was terrible while it lasted because of the winter and the type of battle it was. Yeah, but we were called there by General Patton to help us. So we were tank destroyers, and the tankers, the German tanks were powerful in that drive, so we had to get up there and help him.
Were you injured during the Battle of the Bulge?
No. We made it through that pretty fortunate, really. And we went from there, and we what we did before that, we fought in Holland. We liberated them from the Germans up there first, and then we came down and went into Germany through the Siegfried Line And of course, early in December is when the Germans broke through on that Battle of the Bulge Drive. So that's when he called us to come up there to Belgium.
Did you have any friends that were lost during the war?
Yeah, so we had. I talk about one battle that we were in Germany, close to the Rhine River, between the Ruhr and the Rhine. And after we take a village, we would go set up our guns in the backyard of the small village. So if we got a counterattack, we'd be ready. So we did that, but I couldn't reverse my gun right and left because of tree limbs. So my driver jumps out and starts cutting the limbs for me, and he got hit by a shrapnel, and he went down. And with my tank destroyer commander and me both jumped out and tried to save him, but we couldn't. So we lost him. And he was a Native American Indian too, and that was tough. Hey, honey.
What?
I lost her. I must have touched something here, and I lost her.
Wait, what happened?
I lost your. I can't see you now.
No, wait a minute. This meeting is recorded.
Yeah, I had to record the interview.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to,
Well, we're trying to get your face back on the screen.
he
Okay.
touched something and
Let's touch something right there.
we ain't supposed to.
I know, but my hand fell down there.
Okay, see if I can do this again. There it
There
is.
you.
Now,
She's
don't touch nothing.
she's amazing, isn't she?
Mhm.
At 85, huh? I mean, I can't do anything on electronically. You know, she got a phone and a laptop and everything. Okay, Shelby, sorry about that.
It's okay. Were there any medals that you received?
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time.
Were there any medals or awards that you received?
I can do understand what she said.
Shelby,
Awards,
say it again. He has a hard time hearing.
Yeah, were there any awards that you received,
Were
like
there
during
any
or after
awards?
the war?
Oh, yeah. We were at one point there in between the Roer River and the Rhine. We were pinned down and couldn't move, and they were wounding and killing soldiers, and we couldn't move. And my commander of the platoon came over to me, to our destroyer, and he said, Jack, I want you to put a HE shell in that church window down there about 1,000 yards. And he said, I think they're directing fire on us. So I immediately put a HE shell right in that window. And what happens there, it goes in and then it explodes from the inside. And from that point on, we could move on without unimpeded, you know. So I was just doing my duty, but when at the end of the war, I got the citation and explained all this. Now, I remember the time when I did it. So I got a
Award.
I got an award for it. It's a Bronze Star.
What's one thing about the war that you would never forget?
Well, losing my buddies was really the most troubling, you know, for me to overcome and keep fighting regardless of losing them. You know, that's probably the worst thing about it. Yeah. And of course, I was fortunate not to get wounded myself or injured, but we lost. Of course, we had tanks, we had destroyers knocked out, and other guys wounded and killed too. And those are the worst memories of the war for me, Shelby.
Were there any long or short term injuries that you have, like PTSD?
Well, we would we would have a chance to go back to the rear for a short time to, clean up, take a bath, change clothes and stuff like that. But it was dangerous to do that too. You could get attacked by an airplane going back to do that. So I just stayed up the front the whole time. Yeah.
How did you celebrate the end of the war?
Well, ever since we come back, I've been taken back to where I served over in Europe 8 times, Shelby, all expenses paid. The finest airlines, the finest hotels, just to thank us for liberating them in the war. So this is really a wonderful thing. And even now, I just went back to Germany, to Berlin in July, and I'm going to Hawaii in December. So these
Lucky.
things are very important to me, and I'm very thankful that people are thankful for their freedom and want to
Yeah, I
thank.
saw the battlefield return video from Best Defense Foundation. I love the video.
Oh yeah, they're great people. You mean the
Yep.
best defense? Yeah.
Yep.
Great, Shelby. That's nice.
Um. So from the video, what did you enjoy about your return to Berlin? Sorry, what did you enjoy when you returned to Berlin?
Well, when I left Shelby, the cities were just rubble. I mean, from bombing, and everything had to be built back up. And of course, now they are just that, and they are making every effort to stay free and to keep anyone like Hitler from getting power again like that. So they're making every effort to stay free like we are, and I appreciate that very much. And the people are very nice to us the whole time. I just enjoy every day over there. Yeah. And
That's awesome.
Shelby, one important thing, I never hated my enemy. I didn't like what they were doing, but I didn't hate them, and I didn't kill anyone unless I had to. I had a chance to. I'll tell you about that sometime. We'd take a village, and then we'd gather up the prisoners, and there was a sniper up in one of the church steeples, and he wouldn't give up until he ran out of ammunition. He just kept wounding soldiers, and. So finally he came down, and here it's cold, and I'm cold, and I'm angry, and I got my gun there, and he's out of ammo. What do you think I want to do?
Kill him.
I want to kill him. I mean, I feel like killing him because he could have surrendered long before he did, but he didn't do it. However, I didn't. I just took him prisoner and took his steel helmet, and I still have it for a souvenir. A German helmet. So I like I say, I didn't kill anybody unless I had to. And of course, it's war, and I'm sure when I put that shell in that church window, I mean there was a few men in there, I'm sure, but hey, that's war.
What was your life after the war ended?
Well, our country had a promise to us that we could go back and get the same job we had when we were drafted. So I went back to my same job, which was I was a salesman on a laundry and dry cleaning truck, and I liked it very much. And so I went back, and I was doing that and making a good living, and back with my wife. And by that time we had of course a child. We ended up having three boys. We grew up with 3 boys, and they all are senior citizens now, of course. But we had 4 boys. I lost. She got pregnant before I went overseas, because
Mhm.
she came and spent some time with me in the army, on the army, and she got pregnant again. So that baby was born when I was over in the war, and it got cold, and she took it to the doctor in December, and the doctor sent her home with one of these air filter things, you know.
Like an oxygen tank.
Yeah, yeah. And she was doing that, and it died. And here she is with the baby, losing the baby like 1 month old, and I couldn't be with her. So that was terrible to go through too. But you
Yeah, I'm
know what?
sorry to hear that.
You know what, Shelby? I'm a
Yes,
Christian. I'm a Christian. And whatever your
me
faith
too.
is, I love you. It don't matter what. If you're different than me, I still love you. And that's the way Christians are, or should be. So I mean, I and the Lord helped me get through those tough times in the war, and also in that particular situation. I don't know how I'd have made it through without Him. So that's very important to have faith at times in life, you know.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm just trying to think. So I'm trying to think. So when I saw the battlefield return to Berlin, was there? I'm just wondering, was there a concentration camp that you liberated?
Yeah, we liberated Dachau shortly before the war ended, and it was terrible. I mean, I even have a book that one of my buddies wrote with pictures in it, and it you know the starving those prisoners and putting them in gas chambers and
Yeah, the death through
I
starvation.
mean the type of camps that they were just terrible. We had to defeat them and stop those things. You know, there was quite a few of those in the world we understand. You know,
Yeah,
in
they
other
were
countries,
terrible.
in other countries too. So
Mhm.
we had to stop that, which we did.
Yeah.
And by the way, we were fighting up there in Germany, and we went to the Rhine River, and of course we couldn't cross that river either because the bridges were out. And then we got an order to come to southern France, and we took our destroyers back there and put them on flat cars and went down there and drove through southern France into southern Germany at the end of the war. Yeah.
Mm.
But we did the same thing down there. We went for high places to fight from, and also defeated the villages one at a time and things like that. We just had a way of battle. And so,
Um.
can you imagine how it was? It's cold
Yeah.
in the winter.
I'm just trying to think. So I think those were all my questions.
Well, we went by, you know, we would, I'll tell you a couple of things. We going through the country, you know, and of course I had my driver before he was killed. He was an American Indian farmer, and he knew how to. So we went to buy a hog pen on the way to the next village, and we saw some hogs over there, about 100 pounds, and he said he stopped and he said, Jack, why don't you jump off and kill one of those hogs? And if we have time in the next village, if we're there a couple of days, we can butcher it and have some good old pork sandwiches and stuff.
Oh my God.
And I shot the pig in the head and bled him and throwed him up on the back of the destroyer. And of course, it's cold, so we didn't have to worry about him spoiling. So when we took the village, well, we had some fresh pork to eat. So that was kind of an unusual. You see, we're usually eating the the sandwiches and things that they issued to us. You know.
They gave you sandwiches in the military?
A rations and C rations, so,
Oh,
which will keep you alive anyway, so.
this is just a question. Were there any rights that you and your unit did hit after you won a battle?
I'm sorry, what was about the battle?
If you won a battle, were there any ritual rights that that you and your unit did?
Well, I think, yeah, of course, we were very fortunate to win every battle that we won, and we were glad. But I tell you, one time we were planning an attack, and we were talking to the platoon leader, and all of a sudden this plane went by, and it was faster than sound. And I said, "What in the world was that?" He said, "That was a German jet pilot.
Wow.
That was the first jet airplane that was made, and the Germans come up with it, like they did a lot of other things. And of course, they didn't hit us, but they came up and strafed us, and it was there and gone before we even had any idea what was happening. I said, "What in the world was that?" And then he said, "That was the first jet airplane that you saw in this war by the Germans."
Did you see the pilot inside the jet?
I think got very little glimpse of him, yeah,
Mm,
because he was going so fast, you know.
wow. This is just another question. Sorry, I thought I ran out. When you went back to Berlin, did the Best Defense Foundation introduce any soldiers who fought in the German army during the war?
Oh, they had a good programs, and we went to that hotel down in the center of Berlin. It was called the Palace Hotel, and it was a great hotel. And I mean, it was really plush, and we had our own rooms. We had our own dining room. When we went to eat in the dining room, we were the only ones there. And the Best Defense Foundation had a large screen set up. It must have been like 4 feet high and 8 feet wide. And they showed pictures after we ate. They showed pictures of former trips we've taken, and that was interesting too. I was on most of them, but even if I wasn't there, it was interesting to see what they did and where they went and so on. That was nice. And also, I'm a singer. I don't know if you knew that, if they told you, but
They didn't.
I won the senior idol when I was 90 years old.
Wow.
How about that, huh? So, well, let's see, I was 88. Sorry about that. That was 10 years ago. So,
Okay.
yeah, I was 88. And I won a senior idol. And so, I sang them a couple of songs, and some of the other veterans told stories and sang songs too about trips that we'd taken. So, yeah, those were great trips, Shelby.
What should I tell my grandpa about Best Defense Foundation? He was a war veteran.
Oh, they were great. They're a great foundation. He was a retired football player,
Mm-hmm.
Donnie was.
Yeah, Donnie Edward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love them both. They're great people.
Yeah, they are.
How did you meet them?
Well, technically, when I added to interview World War II veterans to my Girl Scout Gold Award project, I emailed them asking if they could help. Like this whole project is dedicated to my grandfather who was stationed over at Japan almost at the end of the war. sadly he passed away at the last year on August 2020. So yeah, I emailed Best Defense Foundation. I heard back from the program director, Anna Becker. She said she'd be happy to help me. That's how I
Well,
got, and that's how I got your number.
well, that's nice. I'm glad you met him, and yeah, that's great. And I'm happy to be talking to you
Me
about it.
too.
Yeah.
So yeah, this my gold award is dedicated to my grandfather.
Yeah, well, good. You got good memories of him, don't you?
Yeah.
You honor him, don't you?
Mhm.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah. Is it okay if I could show you a picture of him?
His thing went off again, honey.
Hmm?
I don't know what I'm doing there. I'm touching something here. Are
Waiting.
you still there, Shelby?
Yes.
Yeah, but your picture went off again. I don't know what I
Oh,
laid my hands down on there or
Well,
something.
if you lay down
Right
there,
there,
that,
right there,
yeah,
yeah.
that. Okay, hang on, Shelby. I'm gonna try to get you back on here.
okay.
Okay. Okay. Hang on, I don't know. I'm not real electronically savvy, so
It's okay.
uh, that ain't what I want. No. Okay, I'm not sure. Uh, okay. I'm not sure if I'll get her back. No, not right. Okay. Well, I don't know.
What's wrong?
I can't get you back on my,
The picture of you.
I can't get the picture of you back on my laptop.
Mm.
I hear your voice and everything, but I can't get the picture back.
Yeah, I get here and see you guys too.
I don't know what to do.
Like wait, what did he press? Just asking.
Okay, I'm, all right, no, wait, it says, discover how you can explore what's possible with Zoom. But I don't know, let me see if that'll do it or not. No, that didn't do it. No, go back. Okay. All right, hang on, I'm trying to work with this thing.
It's okay.
I'm not sure.
Can you see her, Shelby?
Yes.
You
Oh,
can,
see her?
you can see me?
Yes, I can see you.
Well, why can't I see you?
I don't know. My video isn't off.
Well, we can finish. We can hear you talking. I can't see your face. That's all. I'm sorry about that, but
It's okay.
we can still talk, and I can answer your questions.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
I'll try not to touch this thing anymore.
Yeah, don't
I mean, it's fine. Nothing happened on my end.
It's all up here.
Okay. Well, I really enjoyed it. What's your other question? Do you have anything?
No, I think that was it.
Well, listen, it's great meeting you, Shelby, and
It's
thank you.
great meeting you too.
How old, if I may ask, how old are you?
15.
16.
15.
15.
That's great.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
keep
turning 16 next month.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Hey, you keep up the good work, honey. This is very important for, I don't know what you're going to do with the information, but it's very important that you do this. And, you know, I sing, I tell you, I sing in the concert in the theater, and we go to the concerts and they have me singing in my uniform, and I sing the national anthem. And before I sang it the last time, I said, "Can I say a few words first?" And the man that got me to sing said, "Yes, go ahead." So I told the audience that I was sent back over many, many times to thank me for their freedom. So while I'm singing the national anthem, let us think how important our freedom is here and remember it, okay? So
Okay.
then I sang the national anthem, and they loved it. Of course, I did too in my uniform. That's very good. But I enjoyed talking to you. So if there's anything else you want to know, please ask me. I'll try to answer it for you.
Yeah, just honoring your service, sir.
Thank you so much.
You're
I
welcome.
I'm 98 now, so and my health is pretty good. Over in Germany, I had a little problem with my leg. I bumped it on the stairway coming out of the bus, and
Ouch.
turned out that I had AFib when I come home. But they had to readjust my medicine, and they got me going, and I'm still bowling and entertaining. We entertain in nursing home. My wife and I, we sing these old songs to them, and they love them, and we love them too. So,
Wait, what do you sing?
oh, we sing. One of them is sing. They try to tell us we're too old. Oh, to really be in love. They say that love's a word we've only heard and can't begin to know the meaning of. And yet we're not too old to know this love will last though years may go. And then someday they may recall we were not too old at all.
Yay.
Yeah, we have other songs too that we sing, but
That's
listen,
awesome.
thank you so much, Shelby.
Welcome. Thank you.
And I wish you the very best, honey.
Same with you. Mhm.
Okay. God bless you.
God bless you too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, honey. You can